Hello everyone. Today I am making a video expanding on the thoughts I had on my last video where I was talking about Dahlia, right? There was a brief section of that video where I talked about how people are a little delusional in not believing that, let's say, a new version for DPS will be stronger than the previous flagship team, even if they don't have their best in slot team yet, right? People said I was coping, there's no way, the team is too strong. However, we already have a prime example of this. Herda was drip marketed almost exactly a year ago, right? And to compare, right, let's see how an Acheron fares versus a Herda, right? So Acheron was the previous patch's flagship, while Herda was the new version's starter, right? And a little taste into what we'd get. And we could see over here against Flame Reaver, who is both Ice and Lightning weak, so there isn't really any favoritism. Herda can get a 3 cause 0 cycle with E1 Tribby, Serval, RMC, and herself E0 as 0. How far do we have to go down for Acheron to achieve the same, right? We have to go down to 7 cost with an E2 S1 Acheron, E1 Don Hung, RMC, as well as E1 Cypher, right? So you have 7 cost. It is sustained, so could cut some slack there, but after this basically every single sustain run is a little more scuffed. Now the reason Don Hung probably works pretty well here as sustain is because of his dragon attacks likely taking very good care of the side Flame Reaver mobs, which is pretty good for Acheron because it's not like she can spam ults every 2 seconds like a casters can. So especially with the HP inflation these days, sometimes those things will still be left alive, so Don Hung just finishes that off, right? But there you go. The lowest cost Acheron 0 cycle is 7, while Herda's is only 3, right? And even if you wanted to say, oh, it's because she's using her best in slot supports like Tribby and Anoxa, down here you can see an E2 Herda with an E0 Cypher can get a 4 cost 0 cycle. Cypher isn't best in slot for Herda. People only use Cypher in this case scenario because she's very strong at saving her overall damage output for a second phase of a boss, right? Now let's move to Pure Fiction, right? Everybody knows this is the Herda's fucking hometown, right? She easily gets the lowest cost 0 cycle for Pure Fictions in the entirety of the game, and Acheron isn't on the list for being able to 0 cycle Argenti. So yeah, I don't think I need to go any further here. Now, if we go to the latest Apox, is there any way? This is kind of weird because it's just all going to be Cassie and Evernight now. Okay, Acheron at 25 cost can 0 AV this boss, and there's no Herda. Hey, there's no Herda, so maybe, right? Maybe Acheron is actually better than Herda in this case scenario. I don't know. This entire APOC thing is really weird, right? So let me just move to Anomaly Arbitration. So in Anomaly Arbitration to 0 cycle, the Herda's cost is 19, Acheron's is 23, right? And then if we go to the previous one, we have, let's see, the Herda at 15 cost to 0 cycle Lygus, and Acheron at 20. So as you guys can see, the new patch, the new version DPS can very easily be stronger than the last patch's flagship. You can't say Fei Xiao was the flagship for MOC specifically, but like Herta just has greater value overall, especially because of pure fiction over Fei Xiao. So it's more, you know, accurate in my opinion to compare it to Acheron, right? So even when she isn't using like Tribby and things like, you know, other characters like Anaxa, she can still outcost the previous flagship DPS of the version. So I understand a lot of people have like a, you know, personal bias when it comes to like these things. Like it's hard to tell, right? Like you see something that looks so goddamn unstoppable at the time, and you can't imagine it getting, you know, even crazier until that actually happens. But if you've been in the space long enough, you know Hoyo will always manage somehow. And to be honest, you want to know my thoughts on this? Evernight already proves this, right? We don't even need to go into the next version to have a main DPS who at average costs is actually stronger than the so-called flagship, being Cassie. For example, you have a 5 cost versus 7 cost clear against Lygus. You have a 6 cost Evernight clear versus 7 cost Cassie clear for this. When we go to APOC, oh my god, the cheapest 0 AV is Evernight. When we go to Fantilia, it's, oh my god, either Anaxa or Evernight. If we go to Iker, it's Anaxa and Evernight. If we go to Flame Reaver, it's Anaxa. Like, Evernight is already stronger than Cassie, right? Like, her own main DPS is already stronger than Cassie at, like, average investment. And this isn't even including, like, how much more stronger her own vertical investment is as compared to Cassie's, especially in, like, Evernight's best in slot teams with Cyrene. So, I think that people need to wake up, right? Like, it's going to happen. We are going to get, like, Yao Guang, and we are going to get, what's it called? Hanami leaks, and I guarantee you the second these characters are in beta, even without their best in slot teams, they are going to be stronger than Mono Remembrance, and they're also probably going to have the newest, strongest vertical investments. That's just how it is in this game. New version, new power creep. It's usually the biggest power creep that you'll really easily notice. So yeah, sorry if this comes off as like rage bait to a lot of people or me like dooming. I literally have the Mono Remembrance comp. I have Evernight and Castor C2. I recently pulled Cyrene to complete the entire thing, but I'm not blind, right? Once again, I've been in the space long enough. It is very likely that Hanami and as well as what's it called, Yao Guang, will be stronger than the previous flagship team, being Cassie in this case. And you want to know the funniest part? I actually just realized this. Technically speaking, Acheron is using a version 3 support in almost all of her 0 cycle clears, right? Like, this is technically using a version 3 support. So if you were to use version 2 Acheron's team, actually, let me see that. No version 3 supports. Yo, does it exist? Okay, so it kind of doesn't exist. Everybody just runs version 3 supports with Acheron. But like, is this the only team with Jiaoqiu? This is the only team with Jiaoqiu, and it's at 17 cost. So yeah, like, it ain't looking pretty if you don't use the newest version 3 supports. So you just gotta imagine the Mono Remembrance team is 100% getting power crept, right? Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments. Do you think I'm doom posting? Do you think I'm going to be wrong? I don't think I'm going to be wrong. I truly think Mono Remembrance is going to get power crept, and we will see. Love you all. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great night, and peace out.